I haven't been able to sleep, and naturally, what I do is work when I can't sleep. So I'm preparing for the podcast interview that I have, which will be in about, I want to say 6 hours from now. It's 4:50 a.m. here. So yeah, I'm doing an interview around 11 a.m. I also just finished a report for a client that Sandra and I just landed. We just landed a client. Yeah, Sandra and I also have a panel to do at NYU, which is going to be on diversity and inclusion. So we're doing more stuff together. Also, I did a blog post to just basically talk about what I've been doing, kind of like this vlog, and it's really starting to gain some traction. So I'm pretty excited about that because it took me 5 years to finally build an audience, and now that the audience is growing, it just goes to show that consistency matters. But yeah, this is what this week is going to be about. Getting ready for one of two podcast interviews today. This is with Nick Desai.
It's been a mission. I love the mission that you're up to also, so I'm really excited that we had a chance to jam out today.
No, I'm really excited too. I'm really excited to get to know your story, especially what led to your move to Israel. And it does look like you educate and you train people all over the world. So that's exactly true to what we do at the show here. So I'm pretty excited. All right, heading to NYU right now for a diversity and tech panel. And I'm going to see Sandra for the first time in a couple weeks. Sandra was in Colombia as she's planning for her wedding with her fiance. And you're going to see those videos. You probably by this time would have seen the videos. But yeah, we're going to talk about diversity, entrepreneurship, and tech at NYU. So stay tuned for footage.
So my name is Sandra and after I spent many years looking and analyzing the way companies implement practices and really what they do to keep employees, to hire employees, what I recognize is having policies in place that are written on paper are never translated to the physical experiences that we have, right? So my company, your company, all of these places, these organizations could say that they're really great at implementing these policies maybe, but your experience when you're there could be that you don't feel included, that your ideas aren't being listened to or encouraged, and every single one of you in this room have your own story, and every story is valid. So the question becomes, how do we make organizations create places where those opinions, our opinions, are actually valued? So we realized that there was a real need for us to really talk to companies and consult with them on best practices.
Tayo, CEO, co-founder of UID Management, but UID Media came before that, and that essentially was an extension of who I am. I'm Nigerian. I grew up as the son of a diplomat, and growing up in initially, a military dictatorship, spending the first 9 years of my life, sort of witnessed what it was like to have freedoms taken away from you and have your civil liberties trampled on. And as this 10-year-old kid, when I was thinking of Nigeria, the World Cup, and the Olympics, I was also thinking about ways I could actually impact the world in that way. So that led me down a path of studying the ways that we can make people feel represented and that the freedoms be more exercised. So when I finally became of age, I started experimenting and interviewing people. It launched into a media platform, and then I created a mission statement called "Use Your Difference to Make a Difference." And then
So it's finally sunny out here, and I'm walking to get some lunch. I was up yesterday working on the Forbes article, and we'll continue to do that today. So that is how the week is going so far. It's about 6:15, and I just got done with working full day, and I still have an article to finish tonight, the Forbes article. But even though I'm against the deadline, I'm actually walking over to meet two of my friends from school and two ladies that I want to catch up with, see how they're doing. So I'm walking over, and I'm going to take a little bit of time out of my day because I do think that it's important to stay connected to people no matter how busy our lives get.
So we are actually inside of Tayo, and I am here with these lovely ladies. And we've actually been talking about the difficulties of dating in New York City, working in New York City, and really just life.
So as you can see, Sandra found a way to balance her personal life with her professional life, and she had scheduled some time, some girl time, with some good friends of hers and some classmates that she went to school with. I, on the other hand, was focused on building a relationship of my own, a very, very special relationship that I've developed since November 2016 with my little. All right, taking a break. I was hanging out with my little brother from Big Brother, Big Sister. We're playing basketball, and I just had to come sit down here, catch my breath. It's been a while since I played basketball, but I still got some shots, man. I still got some shots. But yeah, this is how I usually spend my Saturdays or Sundays, hanging out with my little brother for 4 hours or so, and we were having fun. I also had my second TEDx talk on my mind, and as you can see, I have an interesting way of getting ready for things. So while I was doing that and shimmying all over the place, Sandra was working on her day-to-day as well as a photo shoot. Here we go.
So we just had a call with the CPA. We're trying to finalize the financials and the taxes for 2016. And next up is a call with the founder of 30 Changemakers Under 30. We're going to try to partner up, so we shall see. I am off to do some day work after being up quite late translating an interview that I did in Spanish. And so just walking around the East Village on my way to the subway. I'm in Brooklyn, and I just finished a photo shoot for Bella magazine. At least that's how I'm pronouncing it. And it's Sunday, and now we gotta go work on the vlog, so busy, busy, busy all the time.
And here's a snippet of my TEDx talk.
I felt well versed enough. I went to the best basketball player on campus, Michael Albright, and they asked me, "Hey, could you show me some of this crossover? I'm trying to cross him like Allen Iverson. I'm trying to, do that dunk that Kobe Bryant did the other day." And then that conversation led to me asking them to teach me how to play the game of basketball. And our one-on-ones became 2-on-2s and 3-on-3s. Pretty soon I found myself in a position where I had new friends, and my new friends were now inviting me to do things outside of school. What this experience taught me was the importance of coming together for a common goal.
So a lot of what happened this week was us catching up. We had a few meetings, we had panels, we had TEDx talks, we had deadlines, and in between we still found some time to create space for personal relationships that we had developed over the years. Sandra had invested time with the friends that she had built throughout her MBA career, and I spent some time with my little that I really, really invested in since late last year. In between our busy day-to-days, we try to make sure that we get to do something outside of work so that we at least stay human, because as you can see, it does get hectic. Stay tuned for the panel interviews that we did, as well as the Spanish interview that Sandra conducted while in Colombia. All you have to do is make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is UID Management, and we will be uploading content accordingly. But we've really enjoyed the ride that you have taken with us. We've enjoyed the comments that you've left on Facebook as well as on YouTube, so feel free to continue to reach out to us. We will make sure that we show as much of our day-to-day as we can, and we're also coming up with more tip-based videos on what we expect the industry to look like as it pertains to diversity and inclusion. But till next week, keep it different and use your difference to make a difference.